is the son min al-tabanni is possible. So if Allah wanted to take a ceremonial son, He could have done that. But yeah, the ibn is more of a, it's more of like a, you say this person is the son of such and such. It's a genealogical thing. Whereas walad is more of like a biological thing, usually.
Yeah, biological.
Usually that's the case. I agree with that.
I have a question about, I wanted to know what's your point of view in terms of, what's happening with the Holy Land, Israel, Palestine, and what's your view on with regards to that, with the reception of Quran? Like, do you recognize any part of Quran that predicts or talks about what's happening in the Israel right now in terms of eschatological point of view?
The ayahs in Surah Isra is the closest thing you'll find, but we don't know, but we don't know for sure like what those ayahs mean.
So
وَلْيَدْخُلُوا الْمَسْجِدَ كَمَا دَخَلُوهُ أَوَّلَ مَرَّةٍ.
يَسُوءُ وُجُوهَكُمْ. Now we can see.
But
everyone looking at him in such
there's a lot of
now their wujuh, they see wujuh. But feel it.
When the mutashabihat and muhkamat, we know that mutashabihat, only Allah has the knowledge of those. But then also Allah Ta'ala says in the time Allah Ta'ala will reveal whenever He wants. I don't remember the exact part of the surah, but it's in Quran. And my question is that with regards to the end times, one of the major signs given by Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is Gog and Magog. One of the major signs. And the Quran is where Dajjal, you don't find the word Dajjal in Quran, but Gog and Magog, you have two references.
Yes.
One is Surah Kahf and the other is Surah Anbiya.
Oh, Anbiya, that's right.
Yeah. Surah Kahf reference is more to do with the
That's right.
And there are different tafsir about whether it's Alexander the Great or it's Cyrus. I don't think it's important for us to know who it was exactly. All we need to know, he was a man of a faith, and what happened is what Allah Ta'ala explained in Quran. With regards to the second reference is the one that gets me the most, because I don't know, I've tried to find many tafsir and I couldn't find the exact tafsir. To me it looks plain and clear, but I don't understand why it's not written in tafsir, which is Allah Ta'ala bans them from the town. And the ayat is in Surah Anbiya, which is وَحَرَامٌ عَلَى قَرْيَةٍ أَهْلَكْنَاهَا أَنَّهُمْ لَا يَرْجِعُونَ حَتَّى إِذَا سُقِطَتْ يَأْجُوجُ وَمَأْجُوجُ, meaning that they will not return. Yes, this is the complete ayat. Meaning that they will not return to the town which Allah Ta'ala destroyed until Gog and Magog are released. Now, if I read the previous ayat, previous verses of the Quran, just before this, it explains there's a waqia of Hazrat Maryam and Hazrat, the Bani Israel, Allah Ta'ala is explaining how Bani Israel, Allah Ta'ala sent down the prophets and they rejected them. And then they divided among themselves. Literally the verse before this is that they divided among themselves, and then Allah Ta'ala destroyed the town. So for me, if I pinpoint which town is it that Allah Ta'ala is talking about in this specific
but I don't think it's nakira. It's not saying al-qaryah, it's saying وَحَرَامٌ عَلَى قَرْيَةٍ. It doesn't say al-qaryati.
Yeah, but so it's talking about a place where people belong which Allah Ta'ala destroyed, right? It's talking about a qaryah, meaning that there's a place which, so Quran is, you don't obviously take one ayat in isolation, you have to read the whole context of Quran, and if you read from before, it's explaining about how Bani Israel rejected. Some of them accepted, some of them rejected.
I don't know, I have to look at tafsir, but I don't know if it's saying it's a particular town.
Because they say village, you mean Qarya?
Yeah, Qarya.
No, Qarya here.
None of the, but if you read the whole part of
let's
Quran,
find that.
It points to me
let's take a look.
towards Jerusalem.
Let's take a look. Let's look at Tabari's tafsir.
From one of Qarya here.
Tafsir, I don't know if you're gonna find a tafsir.
No, I got it. Let me read it for you. Let's not guess this. Let's do it.
Yeah.
بس قرية هي المدينة التي لا تريد أن تتطور ما؟
It's a village.
يعني they don't want to develop this.
It's a village, but let me get the tafsir Tabari. I got it here. Huh? Okay.
Tafsir or the
تفسير الطبري. Yeah. وحرام على قرية أهلكناها أنهم لا يرجعون حتى إذا فتحت يأجوج ومأجوج هم من كل حدب ينسلون. Yeah. Okay, so it says here واختلف القراء وحرام. Okay, to get to the point. وحرم على قرية قال. Okay.
So remember the context of the ayat is getting explained from before. So obviously,
Congratulations on all your stuff with Piers, mate.
Thank you very much, my friend. Take care. Thank you. You too, man.
Cheers, mate.
See ya.
if you allow me, I would just want to read once here the previous ayat, the one which were before this ayat.
Yeah, I'll need to do a proper understanding of this. It's long.
Yeah, absolutely. This is not a subject which is like you can just. But I did.
Okay. Let me see. Ibn Kathir is a little bit more tafsir Mawaridi. Okay, tafsir Mawaridi.
You reading Ibn Kathir's tafsir?
No, it's tafsir of Mawaridi.
Okay.
It's a scholar called Mawaridi. أنهم يرجعون. Ikramah says that حرمنا على قرية وجدناها هالكة. It's already been destroyed. بذنوب أنها لا يرجعون إلى التوبة. That's the first. Yeah. The second تأويل is حرمنا على قرية أهلكناها بالعذاب أنهم لا يرجعون إلى الدنيا. وهذا قول الحسن. They won't come back to not to the town, but to the dunya.
No, so that's what the tafsir says, right? But that's what I'm saying.
Ibn Abbas says,
I've read the tafsir. The tafsir
وحرم على قرية وتأويلها ما قاله سفيان وجب على قرية أهلكناها أنهم لا يرجعون قال لا يتوبون قوله عز وجل حتى إذا فتح.
For us to understand what the Gog and Magog.
Yeah, this I'm gonna have to do a proper study on this.
But only one thing is, I just want to mention this. So there's a number of
وإن من
places.
قرية إلا ونحن مهلكون.
Yeah.
What does it mean?
So
Yeah, it's this.
It mean if you gonna يعني إذا لا تريد أن تتطور وترضى بالآخرين يعني قرية تعني they don't want to develop. They don't want to expand.
No, but I want to understand, you know, what it means.
So the thing is, if you read the ayat from before, and I'm going to read it for you, and I'm just going to read the translation. And remember her who preserved her chastity. So we breathed into her of a bird, and we made her and her son a sign of the people. So obviously he's talking about Hazrat Maryam and Hazrat Isa.
Sure.
Verily this is the people, one people, and I am your Lord, so worship me.
Okay.
But they have become divided among themselves in their affairs. Now pointing towards Bani Israel, that they divided at the time, and Hazrat Isa they divided. Some of them accepted, some of them rejected. And all will return to us, and then the further part, and then it continues to the part where Allah Ta'ala destroyed the town. Now we know in the history there is one town which has been mentioned in Quran a couple of times for the destruction.
No, but is that talking about a
Surah
specific town
Al-Baqarah.
though? Is it talking about a specific town?
So that's up to us to understand. So this is where the tafsir comes in. So
And it starts with wa haramun. So it's enough.
haram. Allah Ta'ala
No, but
made it haram for them.
it's the wow here is the start of a new sentence. There's too much to think about. Let's do a proper research on it.
Do you want to come back on this?
Yeah, I'll come back on it. It's the Quran, so we have to give it its haqq, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. But what the research I've done, I've understood it to be Jerusalem, because it is.
No, but Jerusalem is not a qarya.
The reason. No, Jerusalem is
It's not qarya, no.
Tell me one thing. The word qarya in Quran, it's been used a number of places, right? A couple of places it's been used. It's been used at the time when Dawud al-Islam went back and took the land. It's been explained in Baqarah a couple of times. What do you understand about the word qarya?
let me. Who said that the qarya here means Jerusalem? Any mufassir that you've read?
I don't want to name any. The reason is because then you get put in a box and people start.
No, like any classical one.
Dr. Israr Ahmed, I would say. I think.
But I need to
classical.
do research.
Before
I
the
think
modern.
Dr. Israr Ahmed, and I think.
Did he say that?
Sheikh Imran Hussain.
Okay, we'll take a look at him.
Sheikh Imran Hussain, guaranteed.
Yeah.
That's Sheikh Imran Hussain, definitely 100%. Dr. Israr Ahmed, I think maybe. But the importance is that in today's world, what's happening right now, from past many years in 1960s, 50s, 1947, Israel was formed. And since the 1917 Balfour Declaration.
What is your question?
To me, all what has happened in past 100 years with the Holy Land, with Jerusalem, with Balfour Declaration, General Lennon
when he finished.
General Lennon be taking over, and then after that, all what has happened in the history, it fits perfectly according to the description of Quran that Allah Ta'ala.
So what's your view there? I don't get it.
What's going
to happen?
If I say that Gog and Magog is the Europeans, then I would be wrong, completely wrong, because that's not true. That's not true, because there are people among the Europeans who accept Islam, who are our friend, who knows the truth. But then at the same time, it is pointing towards the West, the powers in the West, which is what took the Jews back to the Holy Land. 1917 Balfour Declaration.
But I'm not seeing I don't see the links.
The link is that Quran is talking about that
he's waiting, Paul.
Just 2 minutes.
He's just because we move to another question.
2 minutes and we'll come back to this. I'll finish on this. Quran is, what my understanding is Quran is saying that Allah Ta'ala made it haram for them to come back, the Jews, until Gog and Magog are released. Right? And
that's a very ba'id tafsir.
I think you know. I think you read. You study
this question.
I'll look at it and see.
Have a look at it.
Yeah, fine.
Especially
I'll look
these
at
2 verses.
I'll look at all
Surah
the classical.
Surah Anbiya.
Sure.
And next week, inshallah, if you have.
He's asking, what's different, you think, between ما المسيح ابن مريم إلا رسول قد خلت من قبله الرسل, and another ayah, وما محمد إلا رسول قد خلت من قبله الرسل. So how come both of them قد خلت من قبله الرسل? No, that's his question.
What I want to know is Yahweh.